Get ready to pay a little bit extra for that Mercedes or that BMW in the future. This is President Trump revs up a threat of a prospective 25% tariff on imported cars and orders a review of retaliatory auto tariffs enacted by China. The president singling out General Motors, GM, this morning, asserting that they could have prevented the layoffs and plant closures by imitating other car companies, tweeting, quote, General Motors is very counter to what other auto companies are doing. Big Steel is opening and renovating plants all over the country. Auto companies are pouring into the U.S., including BMW, which just announced a major new plant in the USA, which is booming. Our next guest represents all of the American auto dealerships that sell and service international nameplate brands. We welcome President and CEO of the American International Automobile Dealers Association, Cody Lusk, along with automotive and tech guru, Wall Street Journal reporter Tim Higgins. Guys, great to have you. Cody, let's start with you. Do you think that's even true? Because there are some studies out there that say that BMW, yes, they're opening up plants, but actually most of their engines are made outside of the U.S.
Well, we're very proud of the manufacturers that have built here in the U.S. That keep coming here. You just had last week Toyota and Mazda announce a new plant down in the South, so we're excited that that's going to be coming online. But I think the bigger picture here is clearly General Motors and its announcement earlier this week touched the dreaded Trump tweet nerve, and that's never good for any company or anybody. But what they didn't say in their announcement was that they were doing all of this as a result of any unfair trade practices or anything that another country had done that, again, was unfairly putting imports into our country. The president is the one that took that leap, and that's what has us very alarmed on our side of the industry.
Right, so it sounds like maybe higher auto tariffs are not the solution. Is that the case in your view, Tim?
Well, for General Motors, the issue was that they just weren't selling cars here in the States. So you look at the factory that they're closing in Ohio, Lordstown factory. Just a few years ago, it was running on 3 shifts, pumping out Chevy Cruzes, the car that would compete against the Toyota Corolla. Now sales have just plummeted on that vehicle for GM down to 1 shift, which really isn't sustainable. So for them, it was a business decision that they're getting out of small cars here in the U.S.
Yeah, well, because the economy is slowing down. People are not buying small cars anymore, Cody.
Well, they are, but they weren't buying General Motors small cars, and that's something that's happened over the last 2 decades. They really haven't been competitive in the sedan segment in a long time. That's a segment that's been dominated by Honda, Toyota, frankly, and they're committed to that segment moving forward. But there's no question that we have seen the sales market turned on its head a little bit with 70% light truck sales and SUVs and 30% small cars. So it's a very tough segment to compete in.
It is, and I would push back a little bit because I don't think small cars are selling. They only make up less than 30% of the market now, when they used to dominate the sedan market. The sedan lines used to represent over 50% of the market. But I really want to talk about Volvo at this point, since we're talking about auto tariffs, and I think Volvo has really reduced its hiring plans because of they believe impending higher auto tariffs, Tim. So that's not good for the U.S. economy.
Yeah, I was just talking to the CEO of Volvo here in L.A. for the L.A. Auto Show yesterday, and this idea of raising tariffs on cars, where his positioning on that was, and he was worried. He said either way, they could build more factories in the U.S. or they could pay these tariffs. It's going to affect the consumer in the showroom. That cost will be carried over to the pocketbooks of people buying cars, is what he said to me.
Okay, buying cars. Well, let me just get back to the tariffs and actually some of the extended rebates that the president has threatened to take back from General Motors. I was doing some of the math, Cody, and I was looking at it. A lot of the people that benefit from the $7,500, the green credit, getting their taxes back on buying electric vehicles, are those in the higher income range. You need at least close to $300,000 in average household income to even afford a Tesla. If you want to buy one of the General Motors made electric vehicles, you need a household income of close to $200,000. So, it doesn't even help the average American, really, at the end of the day.
Well, and those credits are about to run out for General Motors, and they just ran out for Tesla. So once they hit 200,000 units, then those tax credits are going away. But I think, yeah, that's whether those tax credits have been good or not for the average American consumer is something that a lot of people have been questioning. But a lot of other manufacturers are anxious to sell in that space. And I just came back from the LA Auto Show too, and there everybody is very Progressive, they're trying to focus on the future, a lot of these big picture things that are coming down the pike, and we're here arguing about auto tariffs like it's 1980 again. And so that's what I think has a little bit, everybody a little alarmed, is that we can't look way into the future and make these heavy investments when there's so much uncertainty in today's marketplace.
Okay, just to get back to that point, Cody, it looks like $40 billion of Japanese-made cars are imported into this country. $20 billion comes from Germany. If you're paying more for your cars at the end of the day, don't you think it hurts the American consumer?
Oh, you're looking at a tax increase on the American consumer. The average vehicle is $35,000, so you're looking at an average price increase of about $7,000 per vehicle. You look at what's going on in the marketplace, where it's sort of plateauing right now. Interest rates are up. Now, they're still historically low, but you have a buyer for the first time ever that is actually having to pay an interest rate. So that's a unique dynamic that's in the marketplace now. So, yes, this is a big headwind and for the U.S. consumer.
You bet. All right. It sounds like you guys enjoyed the LA Auto Show. I hope to hear more about it in the future. Cody, Tim, thank you so much. Great to see you.